Alright, today I'm going to be talking about my rarest games. Now, I'm a bit spent right now, a bit tired, so it might not be some crazy cool video we've got right now, but I do want to show off these kind of rare games. In my opinion, there's a big difference between rare and sought after. I have a lot of expensive games, but those games are not rare. Like, for instance, a great example of this is Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. Now, I'm not knocking this game for a second, it's fantastic, but it is by no means rare. It's a first-party Nintendo release. I'm pretty sure it was given the Player's Choice label, it must have been. And this is obviously just some stupid marketing shit, but it says bestseller. And it's $150, or $100 right now. Definitely not $150 anymore. $100 complete in box. And that is just because it's sought after. This is not a rare game. Same goes with most of the GameCube library that I have my hands on. The only exception would be Pikmin 2. I can see this being a kind of rare game. The Wii releases are definitely more uncommon because they were made in less quantity, but no one really cares about those. Because those are, I don't know, there's just not as much prestige because those are on the Wii. And people who buy rare games don't always want to play them, but that's besides me. I mean, I'm guilty of that too. I don't think I've played most of these too extensively. I have played a few. Okay, enough pre-ramble. The first game is Metroid Prime Trilogy Steelbook. Now, this is I've already played Metroid Prime 1, 2. I haven't played 2 and 3. I've played Metroid Prime 1 on the GameCube. This is a release that has all 3. Obviously, that's amazing. 3 of the best games of that time, all in one place. You can get this on the Wii U Virtual Console. Pretty good deal there. The thing about this one that's cool is that it is still in this Nintendo store, Nintendo packaging. I don't know what this bag is, but I feel like it's rare. And the game itself is almost spotless. It's sealed, except I wouldn't say it's sealed. It's just about sealed. But there's this little nag on the bottom. And that's this thing that sucks. It's like the prestige of having a sealed copy of a super rare game, but it's not sealed, so really I'm lying to myself. But if I open it, like, that's kind of weird, right? It is a steelbook. You can see the back there. Uses the unique Wii motion controls. I do like this game. I'd love, the shininess is beautiful. You can kind of see it there in the camera. I don't like this orange shit. This orange, oh my god. The thing is, I got this extremely rare lot of a bunch of sealed and boxed rare games, but a lot of them had a bunch of little nicks to them to make them, I guess, sub-perfect. And that kind of hurts when it's something that's really expensive and rare. Like, there were some games that, like Castlevania Judgment, I opened that on a video earlier, because that is a sealed game, but it's not one I care about. This, I would have loved to have sealed. The thing about sealed games in general is just, I don't know why I feel compelled to take them. It's like, it's just the fact that the second I unseal this, the value goes down way more. So it's kind of tricky. And this game I already have other places, so I'm going to keep it there for now. Oh my god, why do I talk about going rants like that for so long? It's a collector's edition, so it comes with this poster. I don't think the poster design is too crazy. It's a little bit basic, but it is cool that it comes with one at all. Okay, the one side is awesome. This side is boring. Metroid Prime Trilogy. It's just the box art. It's like a arm cannon, whatever. But this side is cool. It's just, I can't really see it because I can't see the camera, but it is nice. That is awesome. I don't know what else the collector's edition had. Maybe it originally came with a poster or something. I'm not too knowledgeable about that. Two other sealed games I have that I didn't put in this video are Skyward Sword, Zelda Skyward Sword, and the original Legend of Zelda. Both have similar fates where they have little nicks on them that make them not quite sealed, but the wrapping's still around, so I don't know. The next game is what I'd say is the rarest game I own, but it is not valued as much because the price charting website has a hard time tracking this game. There's a few reasons why. Okay, so on price charting it's $60, but this is a very rare game. The price charter is a bit broken to where it can track European versions of this game that aren't as rare. So the $60 is really an average between the really rare American version and the $20 PAL version. Also doesn't include the big ass bike that this game comes with that I own that's sitting in my room all the time. This title is a weird Wii Fit-like game where you connect the Wii to a bike and use that as the controller, and it works in every GameCube game and Wii game. It's pretty crazy. It came with some decals and other shit. It was published by Age Tech, and those guys are kind of dumb, but also I appreciate them. They release a lot of weird shit. See the disc, these two fake Mii characters. Manual. This is a bit of a I feel like I should show this off even if it's boring, because like when else are you gonna see this manual? It's in black and white. Not the craziest thing. I got this game on Facebook Marketplace because it just looks like your everyday ordinary piece of shovelware, but it is a lot rarer than that. So yeah, appearances can be deceiving. I'm not including this as the rarest game like at the end because it's not expensive right now, but it is. Mark my words, it is crazy. This game is another game that due to circumstance is very rare, ActRaiser 2. Now this is a weird follow-up to the original ActRaiser. It's a pure platformer when the original had city building elements, and a lot of people say that takes away from it. I have not played this game. I'm sorry, I don't play Super Nintendo games off the cart, ever. I think N64 is the last generation where I'm willing to put them on a modern TV, but SNES games are just too much of a hassle because they don't have any extra inputs, or it's like red, blue, and yellow. It just doesn't work that well, and this game is already rare, so I don't want to damage it. The box art is beautiful in this. I have it closed, but I will open it up for a later video that I want to do about more box SNES games that I have, because a lot of them have cool inserts on the inside that I kind of want to share. The next game is a Virtual Boy game, 3D Tetris. Now, I got this with my Virtual Boy. It was inside of the box the system came in. I bought a box Virtual Boy, and instead of Mario Tennis it had this game. And Mario Tennis is the most common Virtual Boy game, while this is one of the most expensive. Not one of the most. It is definitely up there. And for American games, it is the American exclusive games. This is probably number 1 or 2. This game is like a 3D version of Tetris, obviously. What that basically equates to is a sort of 3D Jenga-like puzzle where the blocks fall down. They have little weird characters that they depict the blocks as. It's kind of odd. It kind of works. I have played it a bit. I do love Tetris. It's not amazing, but it's such a weird experiment, and if anything, this game makes so much sense for Virtual Boy, because what's the most landmark title on the Game Boy? Tetris. 3D Tetris for Virtual Boy. Like, it should make so much sense, but it's so flawed that it just misses the mark. Still an okay game, though, but not worth... Oh, probably should have said the prices for the other ones. This is a rare games video. That's what you want to know. So Cyberbike and Metroid Prime are around $70. ActRaiser 2 in the box is $90, maybe $100. This is $100, and the last game I'm looking at I think is $120. The rarest game I own is Tomba for the PlayStation 1. So I found this game at Savers for $4. Definitely worth that. This game is extremely creative. I haven't had the chance to play it because haven't hooked up the PlayStation 1 forever. See, that's the thing. A lot of these rarer games are older and on hardware that I don't use that often, like the Virtual Boy, the Super Nintendo, and the PlayStation. This is an awesome cover art. The actual game has clay model, like 2D artwork, sort of 3D, not Donkey Kong Country style, I'd say. The game box is great packaging. I love this. Okay, let's take the disc out. Behind the disc, you get this awesome art of Tomba. I don't know his name. The cave dude throwing a pig. I love that. Very fun there. This game is called Tomba in Europe. Let's get the manual. It's in black and white, which is a little bit disappointing because this game has really poppy colors. The sequel to this game is surprisingly less expensive. This one is $120, and the sequel I think is $60. When I looked at the box for that one, I saw 3D graphics, so I'm guessing they went with that instead. The developers of this game, Whoopee Camp, I think they went out of business after this because this was a financial failure. After 2 Tomba games, I get it. Wasn't done too good. But these games hold a very special place in a lot of people's hearts. And they're definitely on my, this one specifically is on my list to play. Look at this little thing. Once I get the PlayStation working, I will no doubt play this. But it's like the only PlayStation game I care about that I have. So it's a bit weird there. Like, I'd like to have more PlayStation games. Because the PlayStation 1 is a very fun, the PlayStation 1 is a very fun console. Like, I'd say it's on par with the N64, and once I explore it more, it might even be better. It has a lot of small games like this. I don't know. So those are my rarest games. Hopefully that wasn't too boring. Yeah. Games are not their value. These games are rare, but they're not amazing, and they're probably not worth it. I am a kleptomaniac when it comes to rare stuff. I just feel like I need to own it. Not to the point where I'd spend the price these are listed at, but to the point where I'd definitely hang on to rare stuff. I'm very much against putting common games for huge numbers, because most of those common games are sought after because they're classics, and they shouldn't be shrouded in ambiguity whether they're even worth the money. Like, Thousand Year Door should not be that expensive. It's a great game and everyone should play it. Pikmin 2 should not be $70. Other people think it's a great game and you should play it. But when these games are, Tomba is definitely an exception. I feel like this game is very quality and should not be shouldn't be like hard to get. But when it comes to smaller, weird experiments or things that take a lot of hardware, like Cyberbike or 3D Tetris, I feel like these are warranted of being rare. They kind of deserve it. Like, this is a late release on a failed console that only came out in America. Like, the game only came out in America. Like, that makes sense. But for other rare games, I don't approve. Yeah, I'm a bit of a piece of shit when it comes to rare games. I get to have them, but you don't. I'm sorry. I'm such a baby about that. I'm just sad I can't get amazing games like Rhythm Heaven Fever and Game & Wario. Well, Game & Wario probably isn't amazing. Anyway, that's all.